Hi, I'm Jason Hardy. I'm the founder and CEO of Music. So, what are my dog names? My 3-year-old is Titan. He's the pioneer. He's the alpha. Then my 2-year-old is Zeus, and he's Titan's nephew. But now he is trying to take control of the pride. And then we have the girl, the Queen Princess Hera. So it's Titan, Zeus, and Hera, and she's 1 year old. And so Zeus and Hera have kind of paired up. So that's the king and queen, and Titan is kind of the patriarch, and he's, unfortunately, him and Zeus are butting heads here and there, and it's scary when dogs like this. It's like when lions, when the big lions go at it, when the alphas go at it, there's blood and scars, and these guys, because they're battling for dominance, and it's crazy. And I just couldn't let them continue. Like, they would have done it, I don't know, maybe to the death, or maybe they would have just done it until one of them got tired, or an ear fell off, or like an eye was hanging out. But I couldn't handle it. I had to jump in, and like it was crazy. I took a pool cue and I smashed it over Zeus's head 3 times, and it smashed him in 1,000 places. He didn't flinch. I punched him as hard as I could, uppercuts over and over and over. Didn't even flinch. He had Titan's face locked in, and his ear and his eye. Was so worried he was going to pull Titan's eye out, and it just missed. It was on both sides of his eye and his ears, and it was blood everywhere. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, if I wasn't so strong, it could be so, like, post-traumatic stress disorder. It was so crazy. Like, I wish I had videos that would have seen it. We were on the floor tackling them, Fred and I. It was 2 dogs against 1. It was like 250 pounds of muscle going against 135 pounds. And it was terrible. But you know what? I'm glad it's over. Thank God it's over. That's how I started my morning yesterday. I fed the dogs. They fought over food, of course. And then I heard it from upstairs, and I had to run downstairs and dive into it to start the day. And I felt like I wasn't in shape for that type of fight. It was 5 minutes of battling and pulling them off, and then they jump back in, and then they pull off, and then jump back in. It's crazy. If I had our headphone with the camera, it would have been unbelievable to see that, unbelievable from the POV, what I was seeing. Can you imagine? As I'm in it, unbelievable. I couldn't even, I'd never imagined getting their jaws are so strong, so I bet it's 1,000 PSI, the dog bite. Kind of like crocodiles, have really big bite, strength, jaw strength. Anyways, but whatever, you have big dogs, you gotta expect this every once in a while. These are my children are fighting, and so the equilibrium of my household is not stable right now. Because normally, me and my 3 kids are in harmony and everything's fine. And now that there's hormones involved, there's an imbalance, and the guys are fighting over the dominance over the girl. She's instigating, getting the guys to go crazy, and they're trying to compete and show her who's the toughest. I get it, and they don't care if they tear each other apart because they're dogs. They're like lions. They look like baby lions, actually. I was thinking to myself, what would have happened if this happened when I was not home? Would I come home and one of them would be just, see you later? Or did they just wait to do that for me, that performance? So it's I'll never understand what goes through these dogs' minds. Because now that Hera's around, there's hormones in the air, and Zeus's eyes get dilated, and then it's he turns into another person, kind of the Incredible Hulk, where he runs around so horny, trying to hump anything and anyone that gets in front of him, and he'll hold you with his arms, and he's got these bulging arms and biceps, and then he'll just start humping you. I mean, he probably does that, I'd say 300 times a day. You know, so it's, and that's the guy that caught me yesterday.